What's going on, dudes? Nick here, or RJ Gaming, and guys, I've got something awesome to show you. We're doing another unboxing here, and today, you hear that? You know what that sound is? Probably the coolest thing you guys are ever gonna see. It is the Lexip 3DM-Pro Ultimate Professional 3D Mouse. Now, I know what you're thinking. You're probably like, RJ, how could you have an ultra professional 3D mouse? Well, let me show you what this thing looks like. It's popped out of the box, I see. I already have a feeling there's gonna be outtakes in this video. But let's go ahead and open this mouse up. Now, guys, if you're not familiar with this mouse, stay tuned because there's a lot of cool features that separate this mouse from anything you've ever seen before. Trust me, you've never seen a mouse like this ever in your entire life. You're not gonna wanna miss what this thing can do. Check it out. It is super shiny and coated with plastic, so that way you can spill drinks all over it and it won't actually ruin the mouse. Actually, no, never mind. That's just the packaging. So first of all, there's a little flyer that came in here. Basically, it goes over some of the different things about the mouse. Now, I won't really get into these. If you want to read them, go ahead. Good luck and try. It's blurry. Now, they also did give me an official Lexip gaming mouse pad. So I'm going to go ahead and put this over here on top of the Steel Series, so that way it's a Lexip mouse pad on top of a Steel Series mouse pad, which means it is now super ultra gamer professional. Get out of here, Steel Series mouse. All right, inside the box, not too much, just basically have our beautiful mouse. Oh man, this thing is really nice looking. I love the colors on here. And check out the little feet on the bottom of this thing. See the little balls there? This thing is going to slide like butter on butter. Like literally it's gonna be melted butter inside of melted butter. I mean, just look at that. It's so beautiful. Now let's go ahead and get this thing plugged in and see how this thing works. Do that, plugged it in, immediately recognized. Wow, that feels so smooth. Guys, you can't feel how smooth this mouse feels, but it is smooth. It is very smooth. Now, before I begin, I do want to say I'm not being paid to make this video. However, I did receive the mouse for free, thanks to the people at Lexip. So thank you guys so much for allowing me to review this mouse. And if you guys are interested in where to get one of these mice, check out the description below. I'm going to have some links there. They actually have a Kickstarter going for this. I don't believe it's actually available yet to the public. It's going to be soon. That's why they've got their Kickstarter going for it. So go ahead, check that out after you watch the review to know if you want it or not. Now, they did say go ahead and give an honest review, so I'm going to test this thing out. I've used a lot of mice over the years, so I'm going to test this out and let you know honestly what I think about it. All right, so before we get too much into any of the game testing of this thing, I just want to show you the mouse real quick. So here we go. We've got the little green light showing us that it is plugged in and working, and we've got those little feet on the bottom that make this thing just glide like it's butter on butter. Now, it's probably pretty weird to hear, but you know what? You'd have to feel it, and then you'd be like, wow, you're right. That actually is exactly what that feels like. Now, this mouse, I believe, is 8200 DPI, so that is actually pretty impressive compared to some of the mice out there on the market, and it's actually very light. Like, it doesn't have a lot of weight to it. Like, it's super light, which is nice, which I think helps add to the fact that it just glides so smoothly. It kind of feels like nothing's really there. Now, the sides have rubber, and you can grab onto that thing, and I could rip the cord out of this thing with 2 fingers just by giving it a pull, because I have such a nice grip on there. It's that really nice rubber. It's not like that little fake rubber that some mice put on there to, you know, make you feel like it's on there. It's like they took a spray paint can of like the fake rubber, and they're like, there we go. No, this is actual like tough grip rubber. You can kind of see some of the depth on the side of it there. It feels really nice. I don't know. It's really good in your hand. Now, the other cool thing is it does have 2 joysticks built in. One joystick is on the side here. You can see there's the little joystick thingy over there. There we go. And it's a full action joystick, so you've got a cool little joystick on there. And now the other thing is this mouse itself is a joystick. You can tilt the entire mouse forward, backward, left, and right. So basically, you know, you guys with your normal mice, like this one here, what happens if you try to tilt this mouse forward? Nothing. It does nothing. You're a useless mouse. Get out of here, Steel Series mouse. But guys, I know you have a cool mouse, but can your mouse do this? Oh god, please don't sue me, PewDiePie. Now, the reason the feet on this thing look so shiny and so cool is because they're made from ceramic. At least that's what it says in their little promotional video. In fact, you're probably wondering, guys, what's inside this mouse? So let's go ahead and take our little knife here, and we're gonna open this bad boy up, and we're gonna find out what's in... What do you mean, Donnie? Oh, there's a video? Oh, guys, Donnie just said there's a video that shows you what's inside of here. Okay, cool. We don't actually have to cut open the mouse. Next time. All right, so inside the mouse, guys, there are multiple circuit boards as well as random pieces that make this mouse work. You've got the joystick thumb controller circuit board that controls all the joystick stuff. You've got the internal joystick core, which basically is what allows the shell to move around. You've got the top shell part that controls the thumb wheel or the scroll wheel and some of the other click buttons. And then you've got the bottom portion there and your little ceramic feet, just like I told you about. And that's everything inside of this beautiful, beautiful mouse. Now, when I first put my hands on this mouse, I kind of noticed that my fingers kind of extended over the mouse. So like the little gray parts here, the parts that are lighter are actually the mouse buttons. That's what clicks in. And at first I had my hand on here and I was like, oh, it doesn't click. You know, I had my hand all the way up here and I was like, well, why don't they just extend the little mouse part all the way to the tip so you can actually, if you have your hand fully on it, you can click it. And then I realized, well, if you did that, then there'd be no way you could put enough pressure on the front of it to tilt the mouse forward. So you can kind of see right there how I'm pushing down on it to move the mouse forward. Now, if the buttons went all the way up there, every time you go to push it forward, you'd be clicking. So that wouldn't really make sense. Because at first I was like, this kind of feels weird. But then actually, once I started messing around with that part of it, I was like, oh, that makes a lot more sense now. So now I can tilt my mouse and I can also click. So it's really cool, but I know what you guys are thinking. You're thinking, okay, it looks cool, it can tilt, it can do this, but can it play games well? So I'm still a noob at Fortnite, so I'm gonna go ahead and try Fortnite out and see how Fortnite works. All right, guys, now we're getting to my first game of Fortnite with this mouse, so let's go ahead and see how it does. Now we're playing squads, it doesn't matter, I'm terrible at this game, so don't judge me don't judge the mouse based on my horrible gameplay. Apparently we're going to Tilted Towers, so let's go ahead and do this. There are a lot of people here. Oh my god. This guy should be dead right now, why is he not dead? There we go. Hey, we're gonna kill them. Kill, die, die, yes, okay. There we go, they even had grenades they could have used on me, but they chose not to. But it is nice being able to just give it a quick tap and then just go through your guns. That way your mouse never has to leave, like your trigger finger never has to leave the fire buttons. Alright, there's definitely somebody in this building. Here they come. And we got him, nice! Got him, dead! Woo! Now, one thing I'm noticing is this mouse is very sensitive, which is good. It should be. But I probably just need to adjust my sensitivity settings a little bit. Ah, dang it. All right. Well, that was a pretty good round. I mean, I got 2 kills in. They saw my trap. Apparently, they're not as big of idiots as I thought they were. But whatever. But, I mean, the mouse is very smooth. It's nice to aim around with. One thing that I would like to see from this mouse would be like some type of software, and I did email the guys to see if there is software for this that would let you kind of customize the configuration, because I mean it would be pretty awesome to be able to just map each individual axis as a key. So like up would be a key press, down would be a key press. That way you could actually bind literal guns to it. So you could hit this one, it would switch to your primary, then you could hit it down and go to your second slot, and you could go to your first building slot with that one or something like that. Like that would be freaking awesome. Overall, like I said, it was definitely sensitive, which is great. I mean, in a gaming mouse, you want it to be sensitive. You don't want it to drag or skip pixels or anything like that. I mean, the movement of it was very smooth. It's like I said, I'd have to drop my settings down a little bit, so the mouse I normally use is not as sensitive, so I have to set the sensitivity a little bit lower with this one because it moves a lot more. But overall, I mean, it fits. At first, like I said, when I first held it, I thought it was a bit weird holding it wise. Just like I said, my fingers just kind of didn't really line up with the end of it very well because it was hitting the black part, but I'm like, well, that's how you use the whole tilting thing. Now, I've seen them use this mouse in like flight simulator games and stuff like that, where you can actually use the tilting and stuff like that as actual flight control. So as you veer right, it turns to the right, and you lean back and it pulls the plane up and stuff like that. Now, that would be pretty cool. Definitely would be a pretty sweet feature. Also, you can use the joystick in games as well. So if I get the software, I might do a second follow-up review on this thing. But this is just like a first impressions unboxing, take it out of the box, plug it in, just going with it. I don't have any software loaded. This is literally just like the stock drivers for it all. Overall, this is actually pretty nice. I will probably keep this mouse on my desk and get some more practice in with it. Like I said, if I could find software for it, or if I get them to supply me with something that I could do more testing and stuff, maybe even remap some of the buttons and features on here to make it even more of an awesome mouse. But overall, first impressions, this is a really cool mouse. I really do like it. The look of it is freaking sweet. When they first contacted me, I was like, dude, are you kidding me? I'm a freaking tech nerd, and you're asking if I want probably one of the coolest mice that I've ever seen ever. And I've got it, and none of you guys can have it either. I mean, you can have it, go on their Kickstarter, and you can buy it now at a much reduced price before it actually launches. So if you guys are actually interested in this and want to help support their cause as well, I know they already hit their Kickstarter goal, guys. If you want to get one of these, if you back their Kickstarter, you get it for a much better price than after it launches and gains even more popularity. So go ahead and check them out. Like I said, I'm not being paid to say this. They wanted an honest review. This is my honest review. The mouse, I can't really find anything wrong with it. I'm going to use it for a while and see if I find anything that I don't like about it. But right now, there's really not much I can't say about it that's bad. I mean, you know, it feels nice in your hand. I mean, once you get used to the finger positioning for the triggers, like the mouse buttons versus the full tilting of the mouse, you know, it feels fine in your hand. Like I said, a little bit more customization would be the only bad thing, which I'm sure they probably have, because, I mean, their games, they've got other stuff programmed to those, so it would be cool to have something like that. So, like I said, I'll get in contact with them to see if I can get that from them. But yeah, overall, first impressions, this is a very nice mouse. In fact, it's so nice that if I didn't have this one here, I would definitely be backing their Kickstarter. In fact, I might even back it and do some kind of a giveaway with it. So we'll see. Yeah, like I said, if I get more time, I'll try to do a follow-up review on this thing of what I think of it after, you know, a few weeks or something like that. That way I can really test it out, you know, get to know it inside and out and see what I like and don't like about it. But it's very responsive. It's very quick. I'm like moving around my screen right now on a white backdrop, and it's like, it's right on. It's dead accurate and stuff like that. It's not, it doesn't like skip like some mice do. This thing is like, you move it a little bit, it moves just that little bit as well. So very cool mouse, very cool product. So check out their Kickstarter if you're interested in this thing, and I'll see you guys again next time. Goodbye, everybody. As always, dudes, thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed this video, make sure to subscribe and possibly check out one of these other videos here. I think you really might like them. But I'll see you guys next time. Goodbye, everybody.